refuse to do the gossip thing. All I do is hip hop. It's an American culture created by us, the children of the 1960s civil rights movement. That's not hate towards John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, or even Ronald Reagan. We understand they put their lives on the line. Now, can I say the same for Richard Nixon? I don't know. I don't know if I can say the same for Richard Nixon. Some people say that he was the evil one, right? He made promises and got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, right? But that's the moral to the story that I was sharing, and I'm going to share it on YouTube next. I'm live to both Facebook and YouTube. I'm only going to be on here for 2 minutes. I'm not really pushing too much on it, but you see on the screen I got Karateka on there again. When talking about the greats, the goats, a masterpiece. What does it mean to be a masterpiece, right? And that's what this game is, I find it ironic because today, because of diversity, equity, and inclusion, right? And I'm putting it in that order because that's the order they say it's supposed to be, right? Because of diversity, equity, inclusion, the cover here shows the white man saving the blonde-haired girl from Akuma, who's like a major badass in Street Fighter 2, right? A hidden character, like he wasn't in the original Street Fighter 2, or was he? I'm not even sure. But I wanted to start strictly with boxing, but karate is an art, right? It's martial arts. So boxing or pugilist would be just your fist, right? But the one that they sell and push the most is karate, right? That's the one where you got to do the fancy fly kicks and the Haryukens and all kind of throwing fireballs and mystical stuff, and But this game is before all that. This came out in Well, this is the Commodore 64 version. Came out in 1985. I was 14. And I didn't get it that year, I don't think. I might have got it when I was 15, or I might have got it, we used to have these, used to copy back then, So me and my man Spence, we were, he had a Commodore 64. I worked odd jobs and saved up my little cash and bought a Commodore 128. And I think the deal that I had with my dad was if I get the actual computer, would he buy the monitor for me? So I paid $300 for the computer. He paid $300 for the monitor. Like, these are deals that we used to kind of do. And he doing odd jobs working for him, like I'll mow the lawn or whatever, get $10 there, and then worked at Derby's Wheel Pump Inn and wash dishes and and saved up my little cash. And from what my memory was, I originally was saving up for a real thick gold chain because I wanted the real thick rope chain like Run DMC, and I had that on sale at I had that layaway at what was the name of that jewelry spot? Block's Jewelry. Right there on Shunton. Well, it used to be on Shunton Mountain. It's been gone. But I think that might have been like two, three, $400 for a rope chain, and I put it on layaway and was putting money on it and trying to buy it out, and then you know it was one of the things that I took my money back. It's like I don't need that, like you know what I mean, because then by then yeah, dudes was you walk the neighborhood and next thing you know, you might find yourself surrounded by five guys. And I'm not talking about the burger joint, you know what I'm saying? And what they're going to do, they're going to try to reach in your pocket. They're going to swing on you, you know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, you calling for help, right? And that's funny because Spence was the one that was like, hey, that's he had a Commodore 64, and he was the one that first put me down with computer science, and I'm still trying to find my brother, but we walked this earth. We meant to walk this earth how we walked this earth, right? So, and so I don't know. It might not even been. That was one of the things that I took that money back from, and I took a loss for having it on sale. But Spence was one of the guys who was like, why, I mean, you're gonna find yourself in a bad situation. They're gonna try to take the chain, or they're gonna take your glasses, or they're gonna try to take, you know what I'm saying? And he was down to fight with me, you know what I'm saying? So it was certain, I'm talking about five dudes, and he was looking for him, and it turned out one of them was actually his cousin. Right? Like the main one was we was related to him. So, and that was one of his rivals, quote unquote rivals, that he was always kind of look for to get that one-on-one fist fight. Because some people, we just keep fighting. Like, it's hard. Some people have a hard time forgiving, right? And just because we forgive doesn't mean that we can trust again. Like that's an even bigger challenge. But I mean, I'm not trying to get too philosophical on here. I just wanted to share a little bit of this karateka and wrap them in it, because I wanted to fill in the blanks of what I was talking about earlier. When it comes to P. Diddy, like yes, the industry is going to put him at the forefront, like he's the GOAT. And now that they realize that that's not going to work because that whole vote or die thing was dumb, right? I shared Skate or Die, which was a video game, and how that inspired, Tony Hawk skating, like how that inspired Lupe Fiasco to be a kick and push, because hip hop is about being free, like freedom, justice, equality. Like we get diversity, equity, and inclusion. We get it, but like you say, there's no black people on this cover here. I mean, I doubt very much that the white man was in China and fighting Akuma, right? But the same with what was that Tom Cruise movie? Tom Cruise got a movie where he's a samurai, the last samurai, right? Like, I mean, come on, like. But these are the tales we like to tell, right? And it's like, all right, that's cute, keep it moving, right? But then when RZA does his Man with Iron Fist, it's like we don't want to support it because he's selling out the culture. Like, come on, now, y'all need to stop with the guilt, not the guilt, but yeah, I want to say victimology. But then it's, we're caught up in what did Malcolm actually mean by being separate? Right? We already separate. He's also said that, like, we're already separated, right? We already segregated. Right? We're just being denied the ability to build where we stand, right? That's what we're talking about. either through gentrification, meaning we want to get y'all out of that area, or once we leave the area, we go to the new area. It's the same kind of gentrification. It's we don't want you around here because you're not a part of our culture. And whose culture is that? That right now is the one that he put the policies that put in the first place. They don't want Black Lives Matter. They don't want LGBTQIA. They don't even want anti-fascism, right? But the difference between anti-fascism and fascism is a coin flip. It's two sides, same coin. Irony is that's what Two-Face did, right? He had a coin with two heads on it. So he flip it and say heads. He wins either way, saying he made his own luck until half of his face got burnt away, right? So what did he do? He crossed off half of it. Now he has a true or false. But which side is good and which side is evil? What we're asking is which one is evil and which one is wicked. That's a hell of a coin to flip. That's why I don't say yes or no. It's not a one-to-one mapping. I'll say maybe. Yeah. Is Joe Biden wicked? Maybe. Did he cheat? Maybe. They want to say he didn't cheat. Maybe he did. Because all he has to do is you're registered Democrat. That means he counting your vote. Because that's what you're registered to do. And regardless if you down ballot Democrat, you skipped over his name, right? So all somebody got to do is come behind and put an X right in there, right? They didn't check off president. Well, give it to he's Democrat, so give it to him. That doesn't go on. Yes, it does. So if you don't go vote, but you're still registered to vote, they're going to figure out a way to make your vote count. Either by you mailed it in, you ain't even know you mailed it in. That's the way it works. And then they want you don't have proof, right? Just like they don't have proof of black men being deadbeat, all black men being deadbeat dads. It's how they incentivize you, right? How do they incentivize you? By deterring you. By putting in doubt and fear. That's how it's done. That's what deter means. They deter you from voting for Trump. Trump deters you from voting for him, Biden. Maybe Trump telling y'all the truth. That's the part that y'all lying about. You know, y'all want to say that he's a liar. And that's what I'm gonna log in and share it. I'm gonna find that video and I'm going to log in. I'm going to share that one. It might be late night tonight, just for 2 minutes. There it is, right there, and keep it moving. Come right back off. The video of Charlamagne the dog asking, not Joe Biden. I forget his name. I always forget his name. My apologies, but asking should black people get reparations? It's a simple question. It's a yes or no answer. But instead, we get, what do you mean? All the evil one. Hey, all the evil. Right? We don't get a yes or no answer. So when he asked Kamala too, right? I'm not going to do this for black people. No. Like, don't ask me that. Right? So when it was Biden's turn, and then, Charlamagne had it, I'm going to ask. I'm brave enough to ask. Before you got a chance, wait a minute. Look at my track record. If you're down with Trump, you ain't black. Because he wanted to ask the question: should black people get reparations? And instead of yes or no, we get a whole lot of like, you know what I'm saying? Because if you just say no, we now we know how you stand. You know what I mean? So when Ice Cube asked the same question, but he rephrased it, you know what I mean? What are you going to do for foundational Black Americans, descendants of American descendants of slavery, right? Black folk. What are you going to do for them in the first 100 days, right? Biden ignored them, silence him, cut off his Twitter, right? That was Trump. No, Trump said he's the platinum plan. Here's $500 billion. What did Biden do with that $500 billion? Send it to Ukraine. I mean, y'all got to be kidding me. I mean, seriously. Let me stop that for a sec, because that's when I get a little frustrated, because it's like I'm telling lies, and there's so much video proof of that. So this is the 64 version of it, and it's the sound chip that made the 64 version actually the best version in my opinion, you know. But that's my truth, because I had a 128, so but it had a Commodore 64 mode where I would log in and then do my classic load asterisk, comma 8, comma 1, right? And the evil warlord Akuma. That's funny to me. So I'm gonna tell the story with a little Street Fighter added to it eventually. But this was just to show y'all a little bit of the game, and I guess rap about it a little bit. This is the way of the karateka, right? And this is how it looked way back in the day. And the 128 had a better resolution mode, but I couldn't use it on this game on my 128 side operating system. It wasn't a really operating system back then. What was that called anyway? It was basic, beginner's all-purpose symbolic instruction code. It was the programming language that came with it. I think Commodore 64 was 2.0 maybe, and the 128 was 7.0 or something like that. So I learned basic on using both of them. There was a machine language, or it might have been a machine language on the 128. I dabbled in it a little bit, tried to learn what I could, but most of my knowledge of machine and assembly language on the 64 side came from me cracking the codes of the video games, and then seeing the code and buying books and trying to understand it, you know, because I was 14, 15, turning 16, and I think he might have been 18 when he made this game. So he was like 16, 17, 18 when he made this game. And I'm going to share more of it, do more formal review of it. I'm just trying to bring it to the light on what goes into creating a video game, what a masterpiece is. It's because of the movement of it. Yes, this was the precursor to Prince of Persia, which is the long-standing running game. Like, he never made Karateka 2. But this was his early learnings of how do we map real body movements into the game as pixels, you know? So, classic game right here. But yeah, like I was saying, hip hop is an American culture, right? So, like, yeah, that was part of our culture. Me, Spence, I got Niz and Chris, Byron, Kasim, Eric. You know, rest in peace to those brothers. Duck, I hit Duck not too long ago. Well, I'm talking, you know, my block and the next block over. I'm always tagging Uptown, Snuff on the other side, right? Shout out to Ant Goat down the street, my young bro. that's my G right there. Ant Goat and his brother. Um, yeah, I was, you know, the high schooler. You know, I guess, you know, me and Sam actually close to the age. I think I only got him by a year, but I really didn't know them that well until after I graduated from college. But just coming home and hanging around Miss Jones, rest in peace, mom. And you know, we go play some video games over there, play some Madden over wherever we could, and um, dabbled in online adventure games eventually. And you know, and that's on top of, you know, just rooting for our football team, the Eagles, and other things like that. As you see, the volume, the whistling is kind of, I got to keep playing it, I guess. So let me come out. That's quick. What else can I say, man? I mean, so this is the reimagining of the game. And as you can see, it's still pixelated. So they really didn't go all out as far as making it high def. And I kind of appreciate that. To say it's really not about high definition graphics. It's about the simplicity of the gameplay, the rules of the game, and how the pixels are art, right? The art behind the pixelization, from the scrolling words in the very beginning, you know, the meaning of the game. You are one trained in the way of karate, a karateka, alone, unarmed, right? Empty fists, accepting death as a possibility. This is the way of the karateka. Way of the Samurai is actually a book, right? So it is more than just physical, it's mental and spiritual. So as you can see, way better graphics, a little more high def, but it plays a little faster, a lot faster. So you can do faster combos and stuff. It kind of looks like a Kuma from Street Fighter, right? With an eagle on his back. I'm gonna go back and see on the original. She had white blonde hair. She got blonde hair on here, right? Oh, here I come. Yeah, this is all I really know. This is all me and my son do. We try to demo games for y'all, and you know, you know what I mean. Got to add the. Oh, come on. You know what I mean? I get my distances down, right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Respectful victory. You know what I mean? Oh, you ain't bound? Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I really, you know what I mean? It's like I'm not trying to, you know, Diddy. Like, dude, like who invited Diddy to the barbecue? That's the part I keep trying to ask people. Like, who invited P Diddy to the barbecue? Right? Why are we talking about P Diddy? Right? And yes, I do feel the same way about Umar Johnson. All right, who invited Umar Johnson to the party? Mark Lamont Hill. Like, why did you invite Mark Lamont Hill? Like, it can't better not be my party, right? And that's why nobody come to your party. All right, well then I'm good, right? If y'all got to be friends with known, you ain't trying to, bow either, huh? That's some disrespectful dudes. Roland Martin. Who invited Roland Martin to the party? But we keep making videos. I guess that's what's his name? Eric July. Shout out to Eric July. I respect Eric July, right? Eric July has this model of he likes to monetize your haters, like you do, right? And to say like the LGBTQIA plus don't hate fatherhood is actually that's a lie. They have a major problem with fatherhood. That's the basis of their whole thing. Oh, this dude dropped me. Seriously? I was feeling too cocky, huh? Oh well. But yeah, like I was saying, you know what I mean? They do have a problem with fatherhood. Of course they don't admit it, but that's what they call it. They actually have the nerve to have their own psychologist calling it heteronormativity, right? Like you're grooming your son to be heteronormativity, right? But they're not grooming our children to be, you know what I mean, what they want to be. Therein is the major problem. That's a major problem. So that's 30 minutes in. I'm gonna come right back and I'm gonna air my one earlier on YouTube. Am I coming back? Nah, but I just wanted to, touch bases with y'all. Say have a good night. Talk to y'all later. One, God, our Father, the art of time, heaven, your Hora, earth. Have fun. Enjoy your life.